This was a hostage exchange between the military and the terrorists. To prevent any accidents, the military set up heavy barriers on the bridge and stationed snipers at high points on standby. After both sides made contact by phone, the hostage exchange officially began. The captain yanked off the terrorist leader's hood and signaled him to walk toward the other side. The other side then released all the civilians. Some ran in panic toward the military position, while others kept looking back as if hesitant, until the leader returned to his own camp. A terrorist suddenly raised his gun, threatening the hostages to move toward the military, and the military noticed something was wrong. At that moment, the sniper alerted the others. The leader had already gotten into a vehicle ready to leave. Seeing the hostages still hesitate, the impatient terrorist fired into the air. That move instantly triggered the military's nerves, and he immediately gave the order to open fire. Under the military's overwhelming firepower, they quickly regained control of the chaos. But then a soldier suddenly disobeyed orders and left cover, because one of the hostages happened to be his family, but he underestimated the enemy's firepower. A stray bullet struck his thigh. Luckily, his comrades rushed to support him in time, pulling the wounded soldier back into the camp. 10 minutes later, the battlefield calmed down. But while other soldiers were cleaning up the field, the captain suddenly noticed the hostages were strapped with bombs. Fortunately, they ducked behind cover in time. Otherwise, most of them would have been injured. 3 months later at a military base, after suffering heavy losses last time, the new Special Forces recruits trained even harder. While the captain was pointing out flaws in the recruits, a familiar figure appeared at the base. It was Reese returning after completing his mission. The long-lost friends reunited. They decided to skip training and grab a drink to celebrate. On the way, they ran into Ron and his family, because he was wounded in the last bridge battle. The military promised he could immigrate directly to the US, but he refused the offer multiple times. Ron had just returned home with his wife, when a car stopped in front of his house. The visitor was a local doctor carrying his custom-made prosthetic in his arms. Just as Ron was about to thank him, a member of the terrorist group stepped out of the car. Meanwhile, the captain was already driving into the city. When passing a checkpoint, the driver willingly showed his documents, but the guards still refused to let them through. The captain quietly drew his pistol and prepared for a fight. An officer tapped on the window. Then the driver smoothly pulled out a bill. They had just stood down from alert when the captain received a call from Ron. He only said, "Take care of my family," and then hung up the phone. The captain's face changed instantly after hearing this. He immediately ordered a U-turn back to base.